everyone. Today we will be doing a tier list of essentially the whole Saw franchise. So we are going to start off with the traps. So first off, we got the bathroom trap, which honestly, so in the categories we have game over, kill me now, forever scared, breaking the rules, and you call that a test. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So we first up we got the bathroom trap. This one honestly I truly don't know. I mean, if you're lucky, you're oh yeah, and spoilers up ahead for sure. Um spoiler warning. But yeah, so if you're lucky and your key didn't fall down the drain like what was his name? The other fucker, uh, the one that was with Dr. Gordon in the first room. I forgot what his name was, but yeah, that dude, his key just fell down, and later on we realized that the trap or the key was for both of theirs. I'm pretty sure. Was it? I don't really know, but this one, I'd say probably breaking the rules. Next one, the razor wire. Um, Now, I am skinny as a fucking skeleton, and the dude in the movie that was in that trap was a fat fuck, and all his fat and weight and whatever, all of the excess skin and fat and whatever as I was gonna say, all of that he didn't even survive, so ain't no way that I'm surviving this. So I'm gonna go and kill me now because I feel like there are some who are way like harder to do. So the flammable jelly trap. Wait a second. I don't really remember that one. So let me just go check. Uh, uh, oh, that one. Um, so essentially he had to find a code, but there were some throw off numbers. He was covered in flammable jelly, and on the ground he was barefoot. On the ground there was a bunch, like not just a bunch, a shitload of like broken glass. So, and if he didn't find the right code, or if I'm not mistaken, if he did the wrong code, then I think the trap went off. And if he just didn't get the code, he was going to burn to death. And I jump to conclusions a lot, so I'd probably jump to like the first few letters I see. Now the reverse bear trap, the most iconic saw trap. Um, hmm, huh. The reverse bear trap. Would I be able to beat it? If it's. Wait, is there the reverse bear trap from the other ones? Uh, yeah, there's the other reverse bear traps. Um, but But the first one, if it's just like that, then I would have definitely tried to do that. Oh, I would have definitely tried to do that. Like dismember the dude. Oh, like dismember the dude. So I would have probably, probably forever scared. No, forever scarred. Sorry, my bad. My dyslexic ass read that wrong. Anyway, so the next one, the drill chair. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Um, huh. Yeah, no, with what he had and the police officers didn't even with like they didn't even try to help, I would have been cooked for sure. Now the shotgun hallway. I am absolutely the type to just go in a room and like even if it would be booby trapped, I wouldn't even have tried or wouldn't even have looked around. So I would have definitely been cooked there. Let's put it right before the razor wire, but after the flammable jelly. Now Zepp's test. I mean, he was a dumbass about it because instead of just like he had to just focus on a woman, a baby. Like I'm not being misogynistic. Men are just naturally stronger than most women. But yeah, so with him needing to just focus on those and an old police officer, he was a dumbass about it. You just have to be very strategic and you would have gotten it. So I'm gonna go and put that in. You call that a test. All right, the death mask. One of the few, well, not few, one of the majority of the traps where if you tried to escape, it would be absolutely impossible because you would have to like with just a scalp and a few stuff, you have to dig behind your eye and then remove it without bleeding out, taking the key and then unlocking it. But you have about 30 to 60 seconds to do that. And yeah, that is pretty much impossible. So that's gonna have to be our first game over. Now the electrified staircase. Um, I mean most of them were destined to die. So I think there was like one survivor. All the rest died. So yeah, but they didn't kill me now. The nerve gas house. Huh. Um, I honestly don't know. So I'm just gonna go and put that in forever scarred. Oh, the Magnum eye hole. Um, I mean, I would have probably pussied out and not have done it, so I would have probably survived. So yeah, let's put that in. You call that a test. Now the furnace trap. The old dude goes in there. There's like two antidotes, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was like a furnace place, and when he took one of those antidotes, the furnace started lighting up like row by row on fire, and I'm pretty sure you had to like lose a limb, but at the same time not die or something like that. This for like the furnace to turn off and you surviving with two antidotes. So top of Forever Scarred or bottom of Kill Me Now? Probably bottom of Kill Me Now. Alright, the Needle Pit. Um, You see, I would definitely check to see if the God damn it. I would have definitely checked to see if like the needles would have been used or not. Because if they would have been used, I would have pushed somebody else. If not, then I would have probably tried. And I have a very bad sense of coordination, so yeah, I would be very bad. The razor box. Oh my god, that bitch was stupid. Was stupid as shit. It still frustrates me to this day. I mean, the girl, she saw that there was an antidote for her. She put one hand in, but razor, strap, saw, razor, hand. Yeah, so essentially, um, so if you try to put your hand in, the blades are formed in a way that you can't escape, like your hand can't get out. I'm trying to find a quality. Yeah, see? Exactly like this. And then she spills it, and and instead of trying to grab hold of the other blades, this bitch puts her other hand in. Like it's actually stupid the way she see? She if she tries to like remove one hand, she can't. It's like impossible. So what this bitch tried to do is put her other hand in to try to get the already spilled antidote. Like a dumbass. Sorry, it just frustrates me every time. This one would be pretty, uh, yeah, breaking the rules. Alright, the classroom. Oh, yeah, no. So basically, he has hooks, um, on his jaw, like fucking. Alright, let's go in this. Uh, so can I go into? Yeah, there you go. So paint.net. I don't know if y'all can. No, you can't see. Um, can I go into MS Paint and then show you guys what I'm talking about? Let's close this. Don't save. And then go back into here, but this time, uh, oh, oops. Let's try game capture then. Nah, but I'll just show you the complete thing. So essentially, pretend that the stickman is that dude. So we got this, and then the hands, and then the feet. And then so what he has is a hook stuck to here, where his mouth is, where his hand is, two on his chest, one on his hand, another one on his foot, on his leg, his other foot, and there. So they're all connected to one thing, about like right here. And then what he has to do is remove the chains, or else there's this jar with nails. uh, Nails. And then it makes a fucking bomb. And then when he removes it, he has to go like outside the door before it explodes. But guess what? The door is locked, so he can't go through there. But the classrooms only have like weak ass wood desks. So, and by the way, if you try to remove that, his whole fucking jaw's gonna come off with it. So he's gonna die from either blood loss or that. So, and good luck trying to take cover. Like, yeah, it would actually be impossible to survive. To survive. Sorry for my horrible drawing skills. Alright, the angel trap. In another very impossible trap. Because, well, the key, she has to put, well, what's her name? Detective trap. So basically, she has to put her hand in this very, very lovely citric acid to get the key before the key dissolves. But when she does finally put her hand and take the key, um, she tries to unlock the things here that are attached to her rib cage. But guess what? The key just isn't the right one. So it just does like an angel of death. That's why it's called the angel trap. So that's another one. So that's another game over. The shotgun collar. Huh. Now, the shotgun collar, if you go too far away in the movie, if you go too far away from, well, Jigsaw, and the shotguns will go off and blow your fucking head off. But if his heart monitor detects no more heartbeats, you also die. So you gotta just save him. And I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing in medicine. So yeah. Now the freezer room, it depends on if the person is willing to save you or not. Because your life is entirely in the hands of the other person. And the other person basically has to um how do I say this? Fucking freeze off a bit of his skin to save you because the key is a bit too far away to just grab. So yeah, the person really has to be willing to save you. So it'll go in forever scarred. Alright, the pig vat trap. So this basically gets dumped a bunch of pig organs on you until you drown. But the other dude has like in the movie he has to like burn his dead kid's belongings. So you you'd have to have like max level charisma to do that, and I am extremely uncharismatic. Oh, oops. Anyways, the rack trap, another very very complex, um, if not borderline impossible trap because you have to save the dude. Let's just say for this sake, um, that's the guy that ran over the kid. As I said, spoilers ahead in the first like minute of the video. Um, yeah, so he has to try to beg the other dude to save him while his hands, feet, and other hands get until like it twists your arm. Like it starts with your hand, like with his left hand, I think. Um, it starts with with his left hand, turning it 360 degrees until it's non-attached to his body. Then it goes for the right hand, then it goes for the left leg, right leg, and then head. So you gotta be very fast to do that. So to save him, I'ma honestly do game over. Alright, now Amanda's test. Now you see, Amanda's test was to see if she was willing to do like possible and escapable traps to do that. So, uh, like the class, she had to do very escapable traps, which A, she didn't do, and B, she had to be nice to John Kramer. So, and at the end, she was just not listening to Jeff, or not Jeff, but uh, with John Kramer. So, hmm. I mean, most of the time I'm nice to. I'm gonna try to be as nice as possible to people. So I'm gonna put that part on breaking the rules. Jeff's final test. Oh yeah, he has to either save John Kramer, which or like not kill him, which um will also save his wife, but he doesn't know. And if he kills John Kramer, then his wife's head gets blown off because it wasn't removed yet, the shotgun trap. And he decides to be a dumbass and not question his wife and just straight up kill John Kramer. And just straight up kills John Kramer. Now you see, I try to ask as many questions as possible normally, so I'm probably gonna go in mid. You call that a test. Alright, now the mausoleum trap. Hmm. It really depends. Um, so one person at one end of of the mausoleum, which is strapped to a wheel that brings him closer and closer until he dies. It's that for both people. Um, so like one person has his eyes opened and his mouth closed, like fucking, how do you say it? Well, it's sewn shut. His mouth is sewn shut. And the other dude, they sew his eyes shut and keep his mouth open so he can talk, but the other one can't. So essentially, at the end, they had to fucking, how do you say it? At the end, they had to like at least try to communicate, but they didn't do that. And it really depends on which place you are because the dude was able to open his mouth. So, but like there was blood coming out. So if you're the guy with his eyes opened, it would be pretty easy. But if you're the guy with his eyes sewn shut, then it would be very complicated because you can't open your eyes, so you can't see what's going on. Honestly, yeah, top of Forever Scarred. Oh, the scalping scene. How much of a very beautiful scene to watch. That's sarcasm, obviously. So basically, she's sitting in a chair, while there's a mechanism behind her taking her ponytail and slowly but surely ripping off her, like, fucking, how do you say it? I hate when I forget. Uh, Yeah, it essentially pulls her ponytail back and until she is fully scalped. So the police dude that gets tested in this movie, which is Saw 4, has to save her before the seat does that. But her test is essentially to, if the police officer saves her, grab the knife that's under the TV that explained the rules and try to kill the police officer. Um, and honestly, it would all depend on the police officer if he saves you or not. So I'm gonna put it right behind the flammable jelly trap. Now the bedroom trap. He so deserved that death. That motherfucker did. Cause he killed women, raped women, then killed them and videotaped the whole thing, like the violation and the murders. So essentially, you have to press two buttons that'll drop, what is it, like ice, like that look like ice stuff that you climb ice mountains with. Um, yeah, that shit. They once you press one button, they drop into your eyes. Like one drops into your eye, and like for example, you press the right button, your right eye gets fucking destroyed. Same when you press the left button for your left eye. If you don't do that, like your both your arms and your legs are gonna be pulled off, and you will die. So I mean, just press them both at the same time, and you should be good. Now the spike trap depends if I'm the abusive husband or if I'm in his position or the wife that got abused position, because she decides if she pulls it out. But they're attached on non-vital spots for her, but vital spots for the abusive husband. So if she pulls them out of her body, the husband fucking dies, essentially. So it all depends on which one. Again. So let's put it, yeah, here. About right in front of the bear trap, the reverse bear trap. Now the explosive puppet, I never really considered it to be a actual trap, if you know what I mean. Like it's just there's a tape, like there's a fucking tape, and detective, what's her name, the one that was with detective Peter Strom, yeah, his associate, which is the female detective. um and when she approaches it, Jigsaw's face just fucking explodes, shotgun style, which almost kills her. uh like I said earlier, I would totally go in that room without even checking. So, right here. The knife chair. I have mixed feelings about that one. Like, so essentially, you sit down in a chair, and a mask of knives. Knife, chair, saw. Yeah. So basically, a knife. You sit down on there, strapped down here, like strapped down, and a mask that looks like this, which are all sharpened knives, are placed down, and you gotta slowly, or like either you do it slowly or you do it fast. And your nose has to press the button for like the knives to just get out of the way so you can get out of the chair, like for your face. So yeah, I would probably do it. How I would try to beat it is I would probably try to, like, I can I would probably try to do it as fast as possible. This pine cutter? Let me check that out. Uh, uh, Let me just scroll down here. What the fuck do you mean the spine cutter, bro? Uh, Was it the save as I save? No, that's the arrow trap. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's the main plot's trap. So it entirely depends on the police officer if he barges in the room or not. So I'm just add a row above. Depends on the other dude. So here on the other dude or the position you are in. You got the mausoleum trap. Fuck it. On the other one. There you go. So here we have, and that one we have that. Here, add a row above. I'm just gonna call it gay. Add row above. The other one can't help. So essentially for the rack trap. The other guy can't help. So do we have any more that can go there? There, this one, here, and there. Alright, so the next one, the ice block. That is another one that it depends which position you're in. Alright, the pendulum trap. Yeah, it's one of those for like the first trap of the movie that's impossible to escape. So basically, the dude gets you get strapped down laying down while an axe that gets slowly over time but surely goes lower and lower until you're split in half. Now the goal of the game would normally, if it wouldn't have been rigged, put your hands like in both of them while they get crushed to then stop the momentum of the axe. But the way it's placed, it can't stop. Like it actively cannot stop. So yeah, the water cube. Yeah, he would originally Peter Strom was destined to die in there, but since he had quick thinking and luckily they didn't remove everything from his pockets, he still had a pen. So he removed everything from the pen, stabbed himself in the neck to do a breathing hole so he didn't die. I would have never thought about that. All right, now the shotgun chair. I have no clue. I actively have no clue if I would survive it or not. So I'm just gonna put it in like middle of Forever Scarred. The necktie trap. Oh, that one. So basically, if you look around, you'll realize that they're all the same keys. So just tell one dude to, yeah, so just tell one dude has to just go there and like in the middle take a key, free himself, and then just pass on the keys. So it depends. And like on the other dudes if they're willing to hear you out. The sealing jars. Oh yeah. Yeah. So the hatches were originally placed like for everyone. So like you can fit 2 to 3 people in one hatch, but they all try to get one. So it'll depend in either you're a quick thinker or the if the other people are willing to help again. Same as the electric bathtub. You'd have to put something in the middle. I don't really remember what, but yeah. So uh, yeah. Now the 10 pints of blood. It really depends if everyone, like the 5 people, survived. Because you know, in the human body, I do believe there's like 5 pints of, or is there 5 or 10? How many pints of blood in the human body? 8 to 12 for the average human. So they had they were two left, and then they had to give away most of their blood to survive. I'm pretty sure that it's so complicated. I actively do not know if the girl. I know the guy essentially died. I mean, his hand was cut like all the way from like between his uh ring finger and his middle finger, all the way down to like halfway of his entire fucking arm, like forearm, and the girl was like half of her hand, but she was white as a ghost, and I don't know if the dude saved her or not. Again, it would depend, but I think I'm gonna go in. Yeah, right here. The glass coffin. I would have probably let my impulsive self try to trap the other dude in there because I would not trust him. Exactly how how Peter Strom did it. So I would have probably been as cooked as he was. Let's not even lie to ourselves. Kill me now. Okay, Razor the Razor Wire finally got dethroned as the top of Kill Me Now. The pound of flesh. Again, I have no excess grease. I am as fucking skinny as a skeleton. If I'm against a fat dude, I am absolutely cooked. It'll really depend on that one, so I'll put it right in front of the freezer room. Oh, the oxygen crusher.
That's very still.
sorry about that. Anyways, the oxygen crusher. That's the epitome of it depends on the other guy. It depends if the other guy has good cardio or not. So exactly, because like if you breathe, there's like a metal thing on both sides of your like on each side of your body, and it crushes you. So it really it crushes more and more if you take a breath. It really depends if the other guy is like good with fucking holding his breath or not. Alright, the gallows? Oh, yeah, that one. That is also one of the epitomes of it depends. It depends if I'm the one choosing or if I'm the one that's being almost hung. Because if you're the guy that chooses, it's 100% survival rate. But if you're the one like being hung on the other side of the glass, you got a 50% chance of surviving or not. So yeah. And in the movie he chose the old girl, so me being extremely young would mean that I would 100% die. Now the steam maze trap. Huh. That is also one that depends on the position, because if the other guy's willing to help, then he'll burn his skin to free the passage. But if you're the one that needs to steam your hand to let the girl pass or let the dude pass or whatever, um yeah, you would yeah, it's just yeah. So I'm gonna put it here at the bottom of depends on the position of the dude. The shotgun carousel, another one that me depends on the position or the dude. He can only save two. The rest get their fucking heads blown off by shotguns. So it depends if you're the one choosing or if you're the one being spun around. Alright, and yeah, if he doesn't choose in time, the shotgun's just gonna go off. Alright, the acid room. That is also one that depends, but I think I'm gonna have to go and kill me now. Because if you're in the dude's position, then the kid is absolutely gonna kill you because you're the one who like let his dad die. So yeah, the bear trap in here, I would have 100% died. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it because he was tied on a chair. His fast saving just saved his life because he saw the thingies on the doors, like the bars, and then he just put his face there, and so the trap didn't kill him. The public execution. Huh. I honestly don't know. Um, it's another one that depends on which position you're in. Because either the if you're the girl on top, then you gotta vote for a guy. But that bitch was so stupid. Instead of shutting her mouth or like taking one side, she actively admitted to not liking neither of them. So then the two guys just teamed up and fucking the saws just killed her. And if you're smart, then you would just shut the fuck up. But if you're one of the dudes, then you got a chance of dying. The pain trail. Oh, yeah. That one's not even possible, not even close. So basically, the dude sits on But that was just a dream trap, like in a girl's dream. So she was tied up, like her arms, legs, and well, yeah, her arms and legs were tied, and she couldn't move. There was no way of her moving, and the dude was just riding a very fast mine cart or whatever to just run her over and split her in multiple different pieces. The horsepower trap. That the Oh yeah, that's the car trap. That's another one that's rigged. Like the others can't even help at that point because the dude has to rip off all of his skin from his back, like slowly, because his back is glued onto the car seat, to then pull the trigger that's outside of the car. That means that he would have to rip off at like literally all of his back skin, uh, to then go to the other thing and pull it. And if he doesn't pull on it, then the dude that's behind the car that's tied to the car dies, and the girl that's under the car also dies because it'll just go and like rip off the dude's, was it jaw or head, one of the two, and just the wheel will just fucking squish the girl. Uh, all right. So next one, the lawnmower trap. You're hanging from barbed wire. If you fall, you get shrink. You get uh fucking ripped into millions of tiny little pieces by lawnmowers. So you gotta push the other one off to survive. So I'm hesitant. Yeah, it depends on the other's grip strength if he's willing to actually survive. That one I would not have seen it at all, so I'd have been too naive and just because he has to like have momentum to escape it. So yeah, because or else he falls on fucking spikes. The silent circle. Good luck fucking escaping that, bro. Good luck. You have 60 seconds to rip off like the girls. Well, yeah, in that scenario, it's the girls to pull out a key that's in her stomach, so it has to go off of her esophagus and then all the way up like out of her mouth. But it you have 60 seconds to do that, by the way. And if you make noise that's above a whisper, so like a scream or whatever, the spikes get faster. Like they impale you like before the 60 seconds. So yeah, no, you are cooked, my guy. The impalement wheel. Um, so essentially, you have to stall out the timer while the other person's wheels look. If you like pull up the weight thing to stop, like to stop the wheel from turning, both of the sides are going to get pierced, and like fucking both of the sides are gonna get pierced, so it'll hurt you. And if you have 30 seconds to stall the wheel, the other dude gets impaled both of his eyes and his mouth if you do not actively stall while being hurt. So yeah, kill me now. Border mid, kill me now. Hangman's noose. Which one's that again? Uh, it's not 3D. Where are you? Oh, that one. Yeah. So you're blind. You gotta go to the other side. and the other dude has that's not blind because of the blindfold that he does not have wearing, that he is not wearing. He has to toss you a key that you have to like how do you say that? Um that you have to use to remove the thing, but if you don't actively do it, then you do not actively try to remove the headband, then you fucking your head explodes if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it depends on the other dude. The wisdom teeth he has to remove without any aesthetics with only pliers. His entire like all of his wisdom teeth because there's like numbers drawn somehow. Mark Hoffman drew letter drew numbers for behind his teeth to then have the for him to have the combination of the door should be pretty easy compared to the others. So like top breaking the rules. Just put depends on the position down here. The brazen bowl. Yeah, so the dude to save you if you're in the brazen bowl position has to poke some hooks in the muscle tissue of both of your pectoral muscles to then climb up to then go into a platform. But yeah, the others can't help you because the other dude just fell and his wife got burnt to death by the brazen bowl. The sentry gun. I don't know why the detective decided to go there, but he did. I would have just sent men to go there, so I would have pussied out. I wouldn't have even gone there. But if I would have gone there, it would have been game over, for sure. Like, can we duplicate that one? No, we can't, sadly. The cyanide box. The cyanide box? What do you mean? Uh, what do you mean the cyanide box? Huh? I'm gonna go check it up on my phone. Oh, yeah, when all the SWAT team gets stuck in the room and cyanide just pops out of the walls for some reason. That would be essentially inescapable, so kill me now, right before the glass coffin. The bear trap. That one's actually impossible out of all the bear traps. Because she's just strapped down, like with metal straps on her, and she literally can't move, so she has to just accept her fate after the sentry gun trap. The bucket room. Probably here. Basically, you have to like like go backwards while a rope pulls you to not get your head cut in two. while you have a bucket on your head. The chain hangers traps. Oh yeah, it's the one that you get hung. Um, Probably forever scarred. You just get hung off a tree and you gotta like survive. The leg wire, that's you can't die from that. You cannot die from that. Worst that'll happen is just you'll lose your leg. While some what do you call it? Metal-ish ropes just tighten your legs a lot. All right, now the grain silo trap. Sand falls, weapon falls. You have to dodge them. So probably forever scarred behind the first reverse bear trap. The cycle trap. I honestly don't know. I have no fucking clue. Could you survive it? Basically, you get lower and lower, and the other person has to stall the bike's wheels while the while you get slowly but surely lifted down, and the spirals get the cycles get like fucking the cycles get thinner and thinner, or like more tighter and tighter until you can't and you fucking die. The other dude doesn't survive because the wheels broke a fucking metal barb somehow. So you ain't surviving that. Right behind the suspended cage. This shotgun key. Oh, yeah, that one. So the bitch tries to shoot the other dude. Shotgun was rigged. Shotgun shoot backward. Girl dies. So you just have to shoot while no one's there. So I'd probably try to shoot myself because I wouldn't want to. YouTube, that's a joke. But yeah, I'd probably try to shoot myself because I didn't want to be in that shit no more. Laser collar. If you're Logan, you're good. If you're the other dude, you're fucked. Yeah, probably here. The subway trap, rig trap again. You have to rip out your tongue, but if you rip out your tongue, it's all of it, not just like what you see in your mouth. So bleed out instantly, and you wouldn't have time to get back up, and the train would hit you. The finger trap. Huh. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go over and say, kill me now. The wax trap. Girl has cloth overhead. Boiling wax falls. Girl becomes candle. Yeah, good luck surviving that. And so you have to rip out your spine to be able to get out. But I don't know if you realize, if you rip out your spine, you are never gonna be able to walk again, and you will be paralyzed. Like it's just a part. It's not all of it. It's just a part of it. But yeah, translation: you are fucked in this scenario. Glass grinder shoots infinite. Like the dude, I'm pretty sure just has to find a key that's in the only place that's hidden. He takes 15 years to do that. Another it depends on the position. You get shot while you're hanging by your hands. You get shot like broken glass. Marcus Banks. Is that the one Oh yeah, that one, the doll one. So basically you are stuck in a doll position while like you got some metal deciding how you move, and the other dude gets shot because the police thought it was him. So kill me now. The eye vacuum. This one's actually possible because it was actually John Kramer, but it's still like an imaginary scenario. he has to pull all of his all of his fingers back. I'm pretty sure to not like break all of his fingers to not lose his eyes in 60 seconds. So yeah, let's put it bottom here at this point compared to all the others. The pipe bomb. Huh. Oh yeah, the one where you gotta. Okay, yeah. Huh. So I mean, if you're lucky, you can like if you're the other dude, he did it pretty easily. He cut off his hands where his bomb was planted. Other than that, probably scarred forever. The wire trap. One, what was it? Win conditions for bone marrow graft saw. Place, yeah, mentally prepare yourself taking the giggly saw. The trap doesn't start if you don't take the googly saw. Wrap the saw around your leg and amputate it as fast as possible. Place a suction cube on your bone and allow it to suck bone marrow, like a few liters of bone marrow, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, uh, yeah, this one. Um, yeah, if you don't do it like in a minute or 2 minutes, I think, you get decapitated. So yeah, that is pretty much impossible. The brain surgery, I think that is also one where like you gotta rip out a part of your brain for the machine to go out, and that part of your brain is what keeps you not being, I'll just say like that, not being a retard. So yeah, kill me now. The radiation trap. She almost survived, that's the part, but the others let her die. So I'll probably depends on in the position you're in or the other guy. Blood boarding trap. Oh yeah, it's waterboarding. Like a cloth is placed on your head and it goes until either the machine is turned off by someone or someone drowns. So it really depends on the other dude. The gas chamber, one escape hole to breathe proper air, the other dude fucking dies because he just because he got so much gas in his system. Alright, now the disembowelment trap. Um I wait, what trap was that? Uh, the trap consists of a device designed to slash the lower abdomen open with five sharp blades on a large mechanical box connected to the hung up person by leather straps. It's unknown how many sharp tools would have actually to where reach the wearer's stomach, as they just appeared to move in a non-moving pattern. Though flesh cutting can be briefly heard, the scene cuts to black. The victim of this was Henry Kaesler, a man working for the Peterson Project, a company founded by the Cecilia Peterson. The goal was of tricking sick people into thinking their disease can be cured. So essentially, I'm pretty sure you have to tell the truth to then. So I can tell the truth pretty easily. So I'd probably go in here. Alright, so this is my tier list for all the saw traps. Next one, the saw people. I'm gonna go ahead and put all the people we don't know about right here. Uh, Anyone else from the carousel? You, because those are all the people we have no clue who they are or if they're likable or not. Uh, this bitch, this bitch. Cause she died. No, yeah, this one essentially died first. This one also died first, so we can see if they're likable or not. That's the real carousel. That old man, we don't know much about him. The granny, we ain't know much about her. The Nazi, the young dude, because you only see him once. Uh, Another carousel girl. Which one's next? His friend, we don't know much about him. The guy from Saw 7. I don't think we know much about her. Wait, do we? I don't know. Uh, yeah, this is the girl. This one right here is the one that got in the explosive trap, I guess you can call it. This one, we know a little bit about him. That dude's in there for one movie, so yeah. This one, we know much about her, same as her son. Actually, yeah, no, we know a bit about them, about both of these. I think we only see her in one scene. Um, uh, Next one. Yeah, let's just go as that. So that dude, the first dude with Dr. Gordon. This one, they are okay. Let's put him good character. Sure, why not? This is the dumb bitch that was in the hand trap. Mm, they're okay. I mean, I like the character, but the smart did not go with her. Yeah, Dr. Perez, Agent Perez, I think her name was. I really liked her. It was either top very good character or bottom my favorites. Huh. Yeah, let's put her top fave. Top very good. Her. Who was she again? I don't know. Neutral. Now my favorite John Kramer Jigsaw accomplices, which was Amanda Young. She was one of my personal favorites. This girl, she gets killed off almost instantly. This bitch, I think we don't know much about her. This is Bobby's friend, I'm pretty sure. I don't really remember. Um, so I'm just gonna put him here. Is that Bobby? Uh, yeah, exactly. Um, Probably my least favorite protagonist, which was also the worst. Her, probably my of the main games of Saw 5, at least I'm pretty sure it's her. Huh. Oh wait, yeah, she's the girl in the ice trap from earlier. We don't know much about her. Yeah, probably in bottom, like the most bottom of my favorite personal favorites. This guy was an ass, but he was the smartest one, so I'm not gonna put him in worst characters, just very awful. Alright, so the guy's son from Saw 2. Now, personally, I didn't really mind him. I don't know if other people didn't really like him or something, but I'm just gonna put him in. They're okay. I think she's one of the victims. Alright, yeah, the Chinese or Japanese, whatever, I really don't know. Detective from either Saw, was that Saw 7, I think? They're okay. Yeah, he's okay. That the don't really remember him. Oh yeah, Detective. What the fuck's her name? Why do I always forget her name? Probably one of the most influential characters of early Saw. Um, Allison Carey. Yeah, exactly, Allison Carey. One of the most influential characters of early Saw. The character I despise most, bro, in the entire fucking franchise, bro. Detective Hoffman, bro. I fucking hated that dude, bro. I swear to God. For multiple reasons, to be honest. Alright, so the first Chinese detective in the first Saw movie, he goes in there. They're okay. Dr. Gordon, good character. That dude, again, I don't really remember much. Same as her. Was he the dude from. Wait, let me think about it. Uh, huh. Yeah, neutral. That guy, he was fucking a tiny little bit away from from finding out who Hoffman was, but instead of being smart about it and not inviting him to the fucking reveal, he invited him to the killer's voice reveal, of course. So just for that, a very awful character. Wait, let's just add a row above. Just bad. Bad. goes in there. That guy, don't remember him. Alright, Gabby? Gabriel? Oh, wait, that guy was Detective Matthews, I think. Yeah, he's okay. God damn it. Uh, cast. Gibson. Gibson, yeah. I actually really like it, like this character. Gibson, I actually really like this character. Bad character, there you go. Joe Tuck, which is John Kramer's wife slash ex-wife ish. Um, good character. I like her attitude. I liked her attitude. This dude, I don't remember much of him. The principal, very awful character. His writing was very bad. Oh yeah, the poor dad, bro. I felt so bad for him. He sounded so nice, but yeah, the motherfucker, the motherfucking antagonist or protagonist for Saw 6 decided to let him die like an ass. All right. Um Jeff, I think his name was. Bad character. Too slow, not fast enough to react. John Kramer, we gotta put him in my personal favorites. This dude, I think he was. Who was he? His dad? I think it was Chris Rock's dad. Yeah, Chris Rock's dad in the movies. He was okay. Pretty much the only decent character from Spiral, which was a very bad movie. So Bobby Dagan's wife, she did not deserve the death that she had. So I'm gonna put her in a very good character. She seemed so sweet. That's the principal, bro. That one was the judge, that dude. The principal bad character, yeah. He was just doing everything possible to just try and save everyone, even though Jeff had to sacrifice so much. Him. I think it was from Jigsaw or something. Yeah, just everything in general just fucking sucks with him. Oh yeah, that bitch that seemed to complain about what. Oh no, that's the girl that had her hand cut off. She was okay. Oh yeah, I fucking loved her, bro. She seemed so sweet, but she died because of this motherfucker. Not asking questions. Don't remember him. I do not remember him. Same as this dude. Chris Rock's character was fucking horrible. Probably one of the worst in the franchise. That guy, he was okay. I know this character, but I don't remember from where. I know she was okay. That guy, don't remember him. Same as him. Same as this dude. Okay, so that dude, killed Mark Hoffman's character. He was at least kind of smart. Very awful. Yo, that is my favorite. Detective Strom is my absolute like favorite of the whole fucking franchise, bro. That's why I hate Hoffman so much. He killed Strom, bro. The black officer that almost got that dude but died at the end. Good character. The guy that ran over Jeff's son. Pretty heartbreaking, but yeah. That guy, don't remember. See, he changed at the yeah. This is the protagonist for Saw 6. He changed at the end. He realized that what he did was an ass, so top of good characters. This guy, one of my least favorites again. Very bad. Alright, Zep from the first Saw movie. I'm pretty sure. He was pretty awful. I'll just write pretty awful. Alright, now the mom never didn't really add anything, so pretty awful characters. Now the son, I kind of liked him, not even gonna lie. He was fucking trying to take revenge for his father. So that's my character tier list. And now the movies. So let's get the obvious out of the way. Spiral, and Jigsaw, and Saw 3D. So Saw 1. Hear me out on this one. Okay, just okay. Saw 1 was what introduced us to Saw, but it was just so fucking slow.